Hello, this is Chris from Team Phoenix. I've just got a little bit of information for you about the Watts case, and I know so many people are still very interested in studying the case. And of course, as you know on this channel, only interested in facts, not particularly interested in all of the speculation. And this case is absolutely surrounded by speculation. And of course, Sheridan Cadle's about to release a new book, and I've no doubt it's going to throw up a whole new load of speculation surrounding this case. Of course, one of the things that is highly debated still is, was Nichol Kessinger involved? I personally, and the opinion of this channel, is that she didn't physically know about the murder. She wasn't physically involved in the murders, and whether she knew or not, no one's ever going to know. The only person that will ever know is Chris Watts, and no one's ever going to believe him now anyway. Personally, I don't think she knew. I think she did everything she could to force Chris to leave his family, but I don't think that that was the outcome that she wanted. But I've got something that is very interesting to me that has been found out recently, and as it is 100% factual, I have to bring it to you. Now, as we know, the letter that we've talked about, the note that Chris Watts wrote on the 6th of August when he was visiting his family in North Carolina, he wrote this note as he was sat with his family on the advice of his family, because his family sensed something was going to happen. He wrote this note that we've looked at. To whom it may concern, if anyone gets this letter, I would never do anything to hurt myself or my children or my wife. If anything happens to me, please investigate my wife. Compared to the notes that Chris Watts wrote Nichol, it appears to definitely be his writing. The date, I'm not so sure. It's a lot larger. Don't know why. It makes you suspect why. So, regarding Nichol Kessinger, I wondered if you knew this. Okay, as we know, that note was written August 6th, while Chris was in North Carolina with his family. Now, this is taken directly from Nichol's Verizon phone records. And if you look at August 7th at 4:33 p.m. Okay, I've clicked that out, so it's going to be easier for you to see. Okay, August 7th at 4:33 p.m. Nichol calls this number 303-450-8897. Originates in Broomfield. Destination is Broomfield. Okay, I wonder how many of you actually know what that number is. Okay, this is the day after Chris Watts wrote that note and left with his family. Okay, well, I can tell you that number is for the Northglenn Police Department. It was a 1-minute call, which, you could either say they called and it went to voicemail, which is unlikely with the police, or you could say that person called and hung up. So I would just really have to question why Nichol Kessinger called the Northglenn Police Department on that day, and it appears she likely hung up. Considering this is the day after Chris had left that note with his family, saying if anything happens to me, look at my wife. I would just have to, it really bothers me what the reason for Nichol calling. You know, what did she know at that time? I'm not saying that she has anything to do with the murders whatsoever, but I would be concerned and would certainly want to know exactly why she rang. You know, it looks like she must have had or possibly, I'm gonna have to speculate, of course, that she had some sort of conversation with Chris, and she rang the police. Why? I mean, this is only speculation, of course, but I think it's a very interesting point to be made for anyone who's looking at the Watts case. I know so many people still do. I mean, for me, the right person is in prison. He's in prison for the rest of his life. He's never getting out. But I know that some people have certainly got an eyebrow raised for Nichol Kessinger. I don't believe she was there on that day. I don't believe any of the the rubbish that, on Nate's CCTV you can see her walking out of the house and all that kind of stuff. The red car, I don't believe any of that rubbish. But it is a fact. This is a fact. It's taken from the discovery. It's so you can't write it off. And it just raises the question: why did she call? And I just think it's a very interesting point to raise. And I would just be interested to hear your thoughts on it. Chris Watts writes a note the 6th of August, leaves with his family. The day after, and this would have been while Chris was flying home, probably, back to Colorado with his family. Why did Nichol Kessinger call Northglenn Police Department and seemingly hang up? Did she know something? Does she feel bad about that? Who knows? But yeah, I'll be interested to hear your comments on what you think about this.